Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. I am going to share with you today a couple of products that will help you massively improve as a shooter, as a safe gun handler, your ability to draw, to acquire targets, to transition between them, with a couple caveats. First of all, I am alone in the training room. Nobody's in here, nobody's behind the camera. The gun is cleared out, and in fact, we are using one of the products I'm going to show you. This is a Dryfire mag. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And we've also got a product from Laser Ammo. Little preparatory work here. Just so you're aware, both of these companies, Dryfire Mag and Laser Ammo, have both been sponsors of CarryTrainer. In fact, our S12 training experience in the past, I think it's something that's worth noting. Dryfire Mag is our longest and oldest sponsor of the S12 event. And the creator of this product, Stan, who's no longer with us, has attended the event with his wife numerous times. I think it's worth noting, like I said, because they believe in us and we believe in them. So what the heck is a Dryfire mag? Dryfire mag, if you've been living under a rock, is a super cool product that you insert into the magazine well of a semi-automatic pistol, the one it's designed for, in this case a Glock, and it allows you to get the feel of a trigger press so that as you're transitioning and doing all the things that you're doing in Dryfire, you don't have to do this, right? Building this bad habit of racking the slide. We talk more about that. Laser Ammo makes all kinds of products, and I'm going to unbox this and show you what it does in a second. What we're going to do is we are going to install a laser cartridge that is supplied with the Dryfire mag. So that laser cartridge is, in this case, a 9mm. It's got a battery you put in, takes 2 seconds. Run the slide forward, insert the mag. Now there is a laser beam coming out of the muzzle. So set that aside for a second. I'll tell you a little bit more about some of this stuff as we go. As this product ships, I've already unboxed it and put all the batteries in. There's a 3-pack and a 5-pack of these. One of these items is the remote control. So I've got that. And then we've got 3 of these targets. They are called IMITs, which stands for Interactive Multi-Target Training System. Whew, mouthful. So very simple the way that these guys work. I'll get rid of my box. And this comes with some multiple types of targets. I've got an IPSC style target. We've got a B27, and they're small, right? Because you're going to be shooting them just across the room 15, 20 feet away. So they're scaled down. And then we've got a couple of different bullseye targets. One of them that is a 5-inch and one that's a 3-inch to scale. I'm going to use these IPSC targets because they'll be easiest to see on video here. And by setting these up, literally, for my friend Jacob Polson, he loves when I say literally, you just stick these into the slots that's in these stands. This is like a hard plastic. It's not cardboard. You set these suckers up and you turn them on. So I'm going to get rid of this other stuff that's on the table so it doesn't muddy up the video. And I'll show you what we've got. We're going to power this dude on. Each one of these has a power button. And once they're powered on, there we go. The remote control has got some various buttons and things that we can do. So I'm going to program, we'll go program 1. See that? Program 1. And now you see out there on those targets, I'm going to hit start. It's going to count down 4, 3, 2, 1. And you'll see all of these targets just came to life. If I draw my pistol, oh, I wasn't fast enough. So I was able to shoot 2 targets. It gives me my time, 6.02. We'll do it again. Start, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I still wasn't fast enough. 0.55 seconds. So of course, I'm filming, I'm talking, I'm trying to draw and keep my gun in the frame, but you understand. We'll try a different program here, and I'm going to move these things around. Program 2. And there's some different data points that you can get from this stuff. So as it lights up, hit it. So that was pretty easy. You could see what was happening there. I'm going to spread these out. All right, I've got them spread out, as you see. And now I've turned some lights down so you can see them lighting up out in the space in front of me. I'll try to film this a little bit with you guys behind the camera. It's hard to see my sights. I'll try a different angle. 275, I can go fast. So I told you guys that you could maybe not get the improvements you're looking for without the right inputs. Let me tell you more about that. Let's just start another sequence here. Check it out. So, waiting for a green one, waiting for a green one. Pew, pew. Does it look like I have good posture or that I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Of course, the answer is no. This is not a video game. To get out of this tool what it's meant to do, you have to input what you want to output. Proper stance, grip pressure, draw stroke, sight alignment. If I'm just concerned with getting a good time on my little control and making the green light disappear, I'm missing the point. We have to input what we want to output. And for most of us, as my buddy Sang likes to say, we don't know what we don't know. Meaning, if I can't self-assess, and I'm just fixated on shutting the green light off, but not all of the steps that I should be ingraining, then you're getting good at junk. I don't want to get good at junk. I want to get good at the right thing. Long and the short of it is you have to have some training under your belt before you go and start self-teaching, because you're just going to get good at the wrong thing. I've told this story many times. Years ago, I don't know anything about golf. I've got a friend that was a professional golfer, and he said he was going to teach me some golf for fun. I went to the driving range before I met him, and I got a bucket of balls and a club, and I went and beat those balls all over the parking lot, into the neighbor's field. I hit the balls until my abs were sore, until I felt like I was going to puke, and I realized I don't have the knowledge or experience to correct whatever it is I'm doing wrong, and just swinging harder doesn't fix it. So I stopped. That is true with a million things, right? You can't just will yourself to speak another language. You need somebody to teach you how to enunciate the words, what the words mean, the conjugation of the verbs, and all that stuff, right? Go seek some training so that you understand what a proper draw stroke looks like. Seek some training so that you understand how to grip and punch the gun out. Seek proper training so that you understand what sight alignment or the dot should look like in your eye, posture, and all those things. Then, as you're training with these things, it's incumbent upon you to make sure that you are ingraining the right thing. Dryfire is awesome, right? The name of the company is Dryfire Mag. Dryfire is only as good as your ability to practice the right things. Because whatever you're practicing is what you're getting good at, right? It's a dress rehearsal. And if you remember a play when you were in grade school, the dress rehearsal was pretty much the real thing without an audience, right? The teacher might have told you, kids, imagine your parents are out in the audience and it's the big show. That's what this stuff is for. We have to have the amount of experience under our belt to help us practice correctly. Some things that you can do. Like I said, get some real training. So now you understand what's going on. Set your phone up on a tripod and film yourself, and then watch and reassess. Find a shooting mentor, somebody that knows more than you, and have them take a look at the videos. Hey, can you take a look at my posture? I'm shooting a really good target group, but I seem to have the things fall apart when I try to do it quickly, or anytime my gun goes empty, reloading takes a long time, or whatever the problem is. So filming that stuff, you may be able to get yourself a mentor to help boost you along. There's another caveat. I have seen groups of people that support each other, awesome dudes, dudettes, that they go out and they train, and I'll meet these guys. Maybe they'll come to class. It'll be a group, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. and they all have the same horrible habits because they are the ones commingling their thoughts and ideas. There's a reason that there's a black belt at the gym or the PhD at the college. They're the ones that fix the problems, right? They've done it long enough that they can help steer you in the right direction. A lot of this is off topic of the device at hand, but I'd be screwing you to just tell you to go out and buy this. So a couple more questions on this stuff. People often say, why does it cost so much? Why does this device cost so much? Made in the USA, designed in the USA, operated and run in the USA. I don't care what your business background is, your political ideology. We own Gunfighter Gun Oil. Everything comes from America. We fight very hard to do that. I could save a lot of money and I could buy a bunch of products from other countries and sell them and make even more money. These people are doing this because they believe in it. Now, if you've never been in business or went to business school, maybe you don't think about it this way, but it's worth thinking about. When you build something like this, it's not just the cost of the plastic in the spring and the electronics in here. There's also a cost to design it, to build it, to procure the equipment that makes this stuff, to warehouse the parts, to keep the lights on, to pay the accountant, to pay for the people that plow the snow in the parking lot. All of those costs go into an end product. As I started, these people didn't ask me to do this, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't frustrated sometimes when I see the comments. You know, a lot of times the gun people, they're the people that are, for made in America, but then they want to go to Walmart and fill a shopping cart full of cheap junk made overseas. It costs more here because we're not paying children to screw these things together. You're paying adults that have a mortgage, that pay property taxes, that have car insurance, and all of those costs go into this product. I think the bigger picture is what kind of country and what kind of world do you want? I want one where my friends can create a business, sell that dream, carry on multi-generationally like the Dryfire family has done, and continue on. So it's not cheap. It's a couple $100. I think like all of this stuff here is like $300, $400, $500 depending on which parts you get. I can't imagine much of this wearing out besides the batteries if you take care of it. It's pretty simple stuff. It's going to stay indoors. If you got a couple years of training out of it, that's a case or two of ammo. So to me, that's a no-brainer, right? A case of 9 mils, $200-300. Well, if this is $200 to $400 and I'm able to do it month after month, year after year, that makes sense. My dad, my brother, and I last night, my mom, I set this up at their house just to show them because I was prepping to do this video, and we were having a blast. We had supper and we were just playing with it in the dining room, safely, of course, and all we're having a good time. We're tracking each other's scores using the different program. The time to beat is XYZ. It was fun, and it's safe, and like I said, cheap. Once you invest in it, you just put the Dryfire mag in the gun and shoot away. I hope this stuff helps. I hope that it gives you some food for thought. Big picture, the product's cool, but of equal value is what and how you're training. I have to have a basis of knowledge. If I step back here a little bit and we look at like this punching bag, if I just buy one of these bags and I just sit here and punch on it, this doesn't make me a boxer, right? Somebody needs to teach me proper footwork, proper hand placement, moving my hips, etc. I can't just teach myself that because I want to be good at it. Get training, be safe, understand your rules and responsibilities as an armed, concerned citizen, understand the law, be well, don't be dickheads, tell somebody you love them, hey, check out our new shirt. Don't be a dickhead. We just got this one up on the website, CarryTrainer.com. Check out Ignis Lux Coffee, and then like I said, check out my friends at Dryfire Mag and Laser Ammo. Bye now. Good.
Adventure doesn't wait. It demands fuel. Fresh and energizing. Crafted for the untamed. For those who chase the light, Ignis Lux is the fire that keeps you going. Ignis Lux Coffee. Fire in your cup. Light in your soul.